Good morning to you. Yeah, on Daffodil Road, all the daffodils are showing their little faces. Well, just about. Yeah, absolutely marvellous. It's Monday Mutter time though. Yeah, absolutely marvellous. Hope you've had a fantastic weekend. Weather wasn't that bad, was it? It was certainly good enough to get out and get some photos and get them sent to me. So if you have, that would be marvellous. Before I crack on with photos though, I want to have a little mutter. Something Two-Wheeled Willie mentioned. The Kawasaki Z900 and the fact that after this year its future is uncertain. Yeah, well, the Z900 doesn't comply in its current format, doesn't comply with regulations with the Euro 5 Plus. Yeah, so they're talking about having to get rid of it. This year they've brought in 100 to sell. Yeah, so that's all. And once they're gone, they're gone. Obviously there's a few still in stock in dealers and that. But after that, it might not reappear again unless and there is rumour that they may or may not increase the engine capacity on it. Yeah, because at the moment it's just under 1,000 cc's, and they might stick the 1100 engine in, but they've got a lot of work to do on it, haven't they, because that's all liquid cooled and no fins and stuff like that. So we'll have to wait and see on that. But yeah, it'd be sad to see that go, but it's capturing all manufacturers, isn't it, on a lot of bikes. Then what? Suzuki. Now RR, you know RR down there in New Zealand, he mentioned about the SV650 and the fact that they might be reinventing that as a sort of scrambler type road bike. Yeah, so I investigated that as well, and the position on Suzuki is actually quite exciting, because as you know, Suzuki, they don't bring new models out very often, but there's rumours that this year there's going to be 7 new models. Yeah, 7, and obviously one of those is going to be in that mid-sized range, but it's unlikely to be a 650. Yeah, sadly, just get my visor up a little bit. Yeah, so that's the position on that. Sorry, I've got a car up my jack seat, don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it'd be nice to see some new Suzukis, won't it? But let's crack on with photos anyway. There is another bike I want to talk about, but it's linked to a photo I was sent. And first of all, I'm going to head out there with Charlie. Yeah, Charlie sent us a picture. He got out with his mate Andy on his 1927 AJS. Yeah, absolutely marvellous. And Charlie was on his matchless. The combined age 168. Yeah, 168. 2 motorbikes, absolutely marvellous. And a cracking photo to boot. Yeah. Let's get round. Yep, don't want to go down to those traffic lights. Then what did I get? Oh, Joe, he sent us a picture of his, whoa, a bit skatey on that corner. Joe sent us a picture. Do you remember last time he sent a picture of his Classic? This time he sent a picture of his favourite 2018 Motor Guzzi V7 Mark III. Absolutely wonderful. Cracking photo, cracking motorbike. Yeah. What else did we get? Oh, Jeff L. That was it. Now, Jeff L. And this brings me back to modern bikes and new releases. He sent us this picture. He said, this was my first big bike after my 125. Yeah. A Honda CB350 4. Absolutely wonderful bike. He says, and all of 34 brake horsepower. Yeah, well, here we are 50 years later, and what do Honda offer us? The GB350 with 3 less cylinders and 14 brake horsepower missing. Yeah, what's happened? I mean, you know, there's nothing wrong with the GB350, but what has happened? Why couldn't it have had more power? I'm lost at it. But there you go. Yeah. Then what did I get? Mick D. He got out with Mrs. Mick D. He said, riding native style. Yeah, look at that. Mrs. Mick on the back, showing you how to ride a pillion on a bullet. Absolutely marvellous. Great photo. Oh, and then what did I get? Mark B. He sent us these. He said, nothing to do with Diddy Dave. He don't want to end up in a book. He said he went out for some olive oil. Yeah, look at that. He said, and he hoped I appreciated the photos, because it was quite difficult to get a photo without getting his feet in the way. Marvellous. Whoa, cracking little statue. Yeah. Then what? Oh, Paul W. He got out on his. He said the sun came out and the roads were dry. He said, so I got out on my old BMW. Yeah, to Flamborough Head. Absolutely marvellous. Little known fact: when I was a kid, Paul, I jumped off there. Yeah, I did. Yeah, straight into the sea. Marvellous. Great fun. Wouldn't recommend it. But there you go. Then what do I get? Oh, Bexhill Rider. Yeah, absolutely marvellous. He bought off eBay this 535 Virago. Yeah, absolutely wonderful little bike. He said, and I customised it. Look at that. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. What a job with those white wall tyres and that. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, who else? Oh, Foxy, of course. Another marvellous channel. He got out on the Cub. He went to Headingley Bear Pit. Yeah, newly renovated. Look at that. It looks like a little castle or something. Yeah, built in the 1800s. You know, the Victorians were big on, what do they call it? You know, when you build something and it's not real. Oh, I can't remember. I slipped my memory. Yeah, absolutely cracking photo. Cracking little bike, the classic. Wonderful. Then what do we get? Oh, AR. Yeah, marvellous. He said, first ride of 2025. Look at that. Wonderful. Out on his CL500 with a wonderful Lancashire countryside in the background. And if you look in the distance, you can see the true heritage of the industrial age. Yeah, marvellous. What a wonderful place, Lancashire. It's almost as good as Yorkshire. Yeah. But there you go. I thought he was on fire then. I don't know if you saw that. I'll maybe put another clip of it in here. Marvellous. Then we get, oh, Powsy Rider. Yeah. Absolutely marvellous. Cracking little photo of his classic out on the Brecon Beacons. Oh, dead jealous. Wonderful countryside. Jerry as well. He's obviously finished his workshop and he's doing work. He's doing his work on his little rally. What was it? A run around? What was it? I don't know. But yeah, busy back working on his bikes. and he found this turntable and a vinyl, Black Sabbath Volume 1, absolutely marvellous. Banged my head to that quite a lot. Yeah, wonderful. Then what do I get? Oh, AS. Yeah, he sent us a picture. He said, I realise this will probably land me in the book, but here it goes. Look at these boots. Ideal for Diddy Dave. Yeah. Marvellous. £134 or whatever it is that they are, though. Bit expensive for Diddy Dave. Morning, my lord. Morning, my lord. Yeah. Yeah. You know, he's a bit tight, is Dave. But there you go. Brilliant. Then what do I get? Oh, Phil D. He sent us a picture of the ludicrousness of council signs. This is a place near Dennington. This road sign, if you look at the background of it, is CB125. You'll notice a road sign and it says Saxted, and it's not, it's Saxted. Yeah, no S, but spelling mistake. He said there's also another sign where they've spelled Felixstowe Flexis-Toe or something like that. Yeah, crackers. And it stayed there. Yeah, he wonders how long that'll stay there. What else do I get? Oh, Rob D, you know, artful. He went out and tried that 1200 RR. He says, tame, thank heavens for my long arms. He said, I love the bike, I'm having it. Yeah, Part X in his T120, which is wonderful, isn't it? Yeah, and if you've got long arms and you get clip-ons and stuff like that, it's alright because you can give yourself a bit of a break. Yeah, oh, that's what I find marvellous. Then what I get? IT sent us a picture of this boat. He says, I'm on duty. If you don't know, IT down there in Timaru, responsible for keeping all the internal combustion engines running in New Zealand. Yeah, that's what he does. Did you know that? I don't know if you did, but here's a ship. He said the Great, is it the I can't remember, the Great something or other, Great Winner or something like that, delivering 40,000 litres of the finest fuel. Yeah, marvellous. That'll keep RR going. Absolutely brilliant. And Bob L, he sent us a picture as well. You know, Bob L is always, when I say, oh, it's cold, he always messages and says, Tim, you don't know what you're on about, it's minus 25 here. Well, he sent us a picture of his Ducati when he was 21. He'd just had a spill, yeah, recovering from a bit of a crash. He said, and also one of me when I'm 70. He said, and marvellous, lovely looking bike that, but also a picture of his, he said, and this is our street now. He said, and I'm sat here wondering how long it'll be before I can get my Tiger out. Absolutely wonderful. Great photo, Bob. Yeah. Then what? Mike N. He went out out into the, he's in the Canaries. Yeah, absolutely wonderful. This was going on a bit, isn't it? Never mind. In the Canaries, he said, no motorbikes. He said, not many big bikes here at all. How do you pronounce it? I'll write it on the screen. That's easiest. Not many big bikes, only mopeds. But look at these giraffes. Yeah, marvellous. And some zebras and stuff like that. Yeah, absolutely cracking. And while I'm on that, with the giraffes, Scott W, he said, look at this time, all these giraffes looking at my scrambler. Yeah, absolutely marvellous. What do you reckon? Yeah, oh, they're just amazing creatures, aren't they, when they're not rude to you. Yeah. Of course, I'm going to finish it off with Warthog. He got out to the Joey Dunlop Foundation place, look at that, he said, and they do a wonderful job. During TT week, all the disabled riders and that get to stay there. Absolutely wonderful. What a way to remember a fantastic guy, yeah, a legacy, in fact. Absolutely marvellous. Look, that's it for Monday's Mutter. If you're out and about on your bike, take care, ride safe, and don't forget to look after your loved ones. Valentine's Day, Friday, chaps, don't forget. No, don't forget. Valentine's Day, you'll be shot, yeah, and there'll be no more bike riding. Ta-ta!